up in all the amount of games.
It's a long-standing tradition. I mean, there were 1940s Irish A teams, or it's been called Ireland B at times, or the Wolfhounds for a lot of the last decade, and then no match for the last 7 years or so. And it seems to be renewed, not just in Ireland, but across world rugby for whatever reason.
It is. Australia played Japan in a number of A games this year. South Africa obviously brought it back in, playing Munster next Thursday, and New Zealand and Ireland have obviously done it. So the high-performance managers or those in charge of it are seeing a need for this as a step, because I think the starting point, Al, back now, international rugby is different to club rugby. It's a different beast. You get less time on the ball. People are better skills. It's faster. You get less time together compared to being with the clubs like Leinster and Munster and Ulster and Connacht. You don't have that time, and you have more responsibility to learn and take things on. And sometimes for young guys that's hard, and it's sort of a safety net. So in the old days, you go on tour and you play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. So the Wednesday games were the A tours. They cut that out, brought the A's back in, and guys were allowed to fail.
Yes.
You're allowed to have a bad day. And we saw in New Zealand, the A team didn't play well the first time. A week later, they played brilliantly. That's that safety net to support players as they develop.
Yes.
And it tends to be great games as well, Joe. They tend to be really entertaining games because everyone's just giving it all they got.
Well, we certainly hope so. And no URC games as of last year during November, so that opens up the possibility of these games. Andy Farrell's going to take charge this evening. That's an extra incentive. You're a year out from a World Cup and the head coach is taking charge. So we should see a fairly enthusiastic effort, I would think.
You know what? After 2019, there was a lot of talk about doing things differently. Looking at different options, maybe picking overseas players. There was rumours of an exiles team, a lot of that stuff going on because of the World Cup. So we've seen some changes. We've seen Emerging Ireland. We've now seen the A team here. We've saw the Maori games. And the Irish coaches have taken their double jobbing this week, which is risky, but it's a risk worth taking because those A guys, they're getting the benefit of Andy Farrell, Paul O'Connell, Simon Easterby, John Fogarty, Mike Catt this week.
Yeah, and
which is brilliant for them.
The coaching staff are getting a look at them as well on match night and what are they like. So result tonight's secondary, really. We're saying that, are we?
I don't think results are ever secondary, but it's a development game. So you've got to look at that. You every time you pull on your national colours, you win. Got to win. That's your mindset. You've got to win. Playing a very good New Zealand side, it has to be said. But there's also a lot of these players.
It's bigger picture stuff, isn't it?
It is. And many of these players could be in the Fijian test. There's certainly 5 or 6, if not more, of these players that would have a fair say in playing against Fiji. So I think there's a number of things at play, but you still got to win.
OK.